Attention, everybody. The views and opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of Acts Ministry, Acts Media Group, and or their affiliate and subordinate ministries and or nonprofits. Whoops. I'm off kilter today. Good morning. Coming to you live from Acts Media Group headquarters here in beautiful Springfield, Missouri. It's The Morning Drive with Matt and Jay. And we've got a special guest today. Johnny Rooster is in the house. So we're glad to have everybody on board with us today. Gave your life. Nope, no YouTube yet.
Yep. Where are you, YouTube? Yeah, YouTube, where are you?
Well, see, I don't understand it. Everything is showing that it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, but it's not.
The software probably allows it to do that because then it has to skip it. It's just trying to follow through to Facebook, which it is effectively doing.
All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to The Morning Drive with Matt and Jay. My name is Matt.
My name is Jay.
I'm Johnny Rooster.
Glad to have everybody on board with us today. So yeah, if you usually watch on YouTube, I apologize. I still haven't got that figured out yet. I'm gonna have to get on the horn to some of the people at vMix and see what's going on with it. I probably could get it to start going.
There's Johnny Rooster.
Let me see. But the problem is that whenever I log in, I have to log in and start a stream on YouTube and then start it. It's just it's crazy. It's wackadoo.
Wackadoodle-doo.
Yeah.
Wackadoo.
But so you know what? I'm gonna try that.
Wackadoodle-doo.
Hey, Johnny.
What's up?
I see you pointing your phone at me.
The weapon.
The weapon.
It's always good. Always good to be here on a Friday.
There we are.
Where?
On my phone.
Where's YouTube?
Oh yeah.
never
It's,
mind.
YouTube ain't working.
It's a bad subject.
Yeah. Sore. It's a sore subject.
Are you sore?
Nah.
Are
Same
you
as
sore?
with banks.
You know, yeah.
I am.
Lending institutions.
Lending institutions. Financial powers.
Bricks and mortar.
Messing with my stuff so they can hang on to my money for a few more minutes and get some kind of loan from a National Reserve.
We're in a grumpy
And then
mood.
acting like that's not what they're doing. I have a low ledger balance. I'm not stupid. So do they. They say hang on to my money for 3 hours because they did some stupid thing that makes me have to reset a password when I haven't had a breach in my security.
So Jim changed the password on our YouTube channel yesterday, and I put in what it was supposed to be, and
now it's there?
It is not. It is not the right.
The password was supposed to be your dignified grace.
But right.
We couldn't spell dignified.
I was discussing these things this morning, and it was not dignified.
It was
Johnny.
not dignified
Yo,
or
Johnny.
graceful.
No.
I'm trying to
When
find.
I think about stuff like that, it irritates me.
It sounds irritating.
Yeah, it is, and yesterday I had this issue. Yesterday,
Have you ever heard about?
huh?
Have you heard about banks that take their own interests ahead of others?
Oh, I put the wrong one in.
Yeah, that's what they are.
Oh yeah. Self-serving institutions.
That's not shown on my keyboard, is it? Okay.
It is not, sir. That's
But
private territory.
What we're here to talk about is charcoal versus gas.
Never mind.
That's
it
right.
was right.
Get
I read
down
it wrong.
to the important things.
Which one cooks better?
Charcoal versus gas.
I agree that beef, especially burgers, cooked over a flame, are better.
Charcoal broiled.
Cooked
Love
over a
it.
flame. Well,
Especially charcoal.
I mean-
I prefer charcoal. I don't prefer.
Like he says, charcoal.
I don't
Charcoal.
prefer. I don't prefer the way that you have to the mess.
Yeah, the mess is kind of an issue.
Yes.
But I think the bypass the mess people were going for gas for more efficiency, but I think they sacrificed a little flavor.
Yeah, they do. I think so too. I really do.
so
Matt, are you with us?
yes. Hold
Come on
on,
back.
just a second. Just a second.
All right, let's banter about charcoal.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to get it to where we can post on YouTube.
So this is an ongoing thing. He's not sure what to do. So
Okay.
he's going to work on that, and we're going to miss him for a minute.
Okay, well, just
That's
let him
okay.
check out and
Yeah,
do his
you
thing.
checking out, Matt.
Yeah.
Matt is not here.
Matt.
Don't look at him.
Hey, this is my job. I don't know if you guys
Talk
know
to
this.
the hand,
Let him,
bro.
yeah. Give him a break.
Anyways, so we're trying to stream to YouTube, but it doesn't look like
But
it's
now,
working.
so actually,
Hey.
they have their pros and cons, and they have their place. You know?
There's a place for everything.
Yeah. So if you know,
And everything
if
its
you want to
place.
get things done,
Yeah.
but you still want the frame broil, and you don't want to smoke up the house and grease
you don't
up
want
the
to
kitchen.
smoke up the house.
You don't want to smoke up the house and grease up the kitchen.
Keep it.
Well, and when you do use,
You can't put a lid on when you're frying, because then what you do is you essentially you bake it.
You're steaming. You're
Yeah,
steaming
you're
it.
steaming it.
Yeah, you got to sear them. In my opinion, you got to sear that.
Sear it first.
Sear it, and you do that in the kitchen.
Yes,
it's greasy.
of course. Get the
It's
heat
messy.
all the way up. All the way up.
all the
All the
way. Now, okay.
Keep
So
that inside nice.
Got to
and
get
juicy.
that crackle.
the reason that we're talking about charcoal versus gas is because we asked Alexa to tell us a joke last night.
We're
A
talking
dad
about charcoal
joke.
versus gas because charcoal's better.
I mean, yeah,
You're talking
taste wise,
That's why we're talking about
taste wise, it's better, but for time convenience, it's not.
But if you're talking
it.
about
And
a,
mess cleanup.
a
Yeah.
good
mess
Alexa dad joke.
Yeah, we asked her to tell us a dad joke, and she
Both
said,
are better than greasing up your kitchen. Oh, that's right, Alexa.
she said, how many men? And she didn't say how many, but she
How many
said,
dads?
Dads.
how
Yes,
many
she did.
dads?
Not
I
just
didn't
men.
hear her say the
The
first.
question
She
was-
explained it. She didn't tell us how many.
No, she did. She said the question was how many dads does it take to screw in a light bulb, and she said 3.
Well, it sounded like
Then
she
gave
was talking
3.
about 5.
No, because the 3 were the same guy.
Yeah.
So one to get the ladder, one to go back to the hardware store and get the right light bulb, and another one to say,
No,
yep,
she said she's just 111.
yeah, one to
Not
say, yep,
another one, but she said 1.
and then another 2 to sit and talk about charcoal
well,
versus
you
gas.
two interpreting it, it just kind of loses some
yeah,
of the
so let
flavor.
me tell the
It's
joke
kinda
the
like
way it is.
Charcoal.
Yeah,
because
because Alexa said it with like this passion and
can you
She
say
monotone,
that
so
Alexa's
you probably
voice?
could tell
how
it better
many
than me.
how many dads does it take to screw in a light bulb? 1 to get the ladder. 1 to go back to the hardware store and get the right light bulb. She doesn't say
She doesn't.
Yeah,
1
Alexa does not.
to look up and say yep.
Yep.
The other 2 stand around discussing
Charcoal versus gas.
charcoal versus gas grills or something like that.
Making
No,
it,
it didn't even say grills.
Yeah,
Just
it
a
didn't even
joke
say grills.
about the
charcoal versus-
randomness of charcoal and gas being a big topic among dads, while another project is going on,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
unrelated.
Yes.
Yeah, well, one person does all the work.
But the Alexa
Yeah.
voice and the yep from an Alexa is
One to say,
She
yep.
didn't say yep.
with no
Looked
no
up and said
inflection, just a
YEP.
yep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I like that.
I did that on purpose.
Yeah, you want to hear
I can
yourself.
try.
Good morning, Larry
don't know.
Melton. It's a good morning. Good morning, my friends. That's what he says. Larry Melton, or Steve Schultz says, good morning, guys. Marshall
It was a
Holland,
good
good
joke.
morning. It was. I mean,
I say she had me at yep.
yep. And I told her, I told her, I hit the button. I said, that was a good one, Alexa. And she goes, thank you. I try my best to please you.
To entertain you. Yes.
So
I asked
this
her.
is
I
trippy
asked her if
stuff,
she
man.
was married, and she said she preferred her marital status or our relationship as it is. Will you marry me? Is what I said. Alexa, will you marry me? I prefer our relationship as it is. Right? Like so proper.
Is that a yes?
She's like, it's playing with me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't try to get fresh with Alexa.
You should ask her again.
Doesn't go anywhere.
yeah.
Ask her again. Just ask her every day.
Well, she is artificial intelligence, right?
Maybe start with coffee.
Right. She'll either shut down or she'll say yes eventually.
Wear her down. How to wear down Alexa.
I saw something the other day, the international sign for friend zone, and it is a person holding the other half. You know how they do the heart
The half
thing?
a heart.
The half a heart, and then the other one is just a thumbs up right in front of it.
Yeah.
So it's a half a heart and
Somebody's
then a thumbs up.
extending the heart. And they're just
Yeah.
like, I like.
Yeah,
yeah.
pretty funny. All right, so
Oh,
I think
that's
I'm
horrible.
going to try and
And all you complainers out there, at least you're in the friend zone.
yeah.
You know?
Hey, that's true. You're not in the enemy zone.
Yeah.
There you
Or
go.
they'll just
Or the
walk
outside-
away. Just get away from this
neutral
guy. He's
Yeah.
He's a friend.
he's not cooperating. He's not coming along here.
Especially if they don't know whether to choose between charcoal or gas.
Who would not know that? It's charcoal every
You know,
time.
a lot more people don't. A
It's
lot more people
charcoal.
don't
It
know
is
that
charcoal.
than you realize.
You know, I had an electric grill. My friend had
Did
one.
you?
I should clarify this.
Oh,
He had an electric grill,
Outside.
outside electric grill.
You know when you do, which is
It's, the cord that you use for this thing is like 2 feet long. Okay, it's like you're not even gonna. The house is full of smoke if you really plug it into the nearest receptacle on my outside of my house is like 2 feet from my door. And here's this right
I
here next to
used-
the back steps. There's this.
and then in
glaring
the instructions
grill.
says do not use an extension cord with.
I
this
used an
appliance."
electric smoker for a long
Did you
time.
really? It's like the electric chainsaw. You just got to keep following that cord. Don't cut it.
We wish
Right,
you were
right.
here
Watch
too,
out.
Steve.
Yeah,
Oh,
be
Mickey
careful.
Mac. He was
No,
unable
I don't
to
know.
make it this morning.
Electric, something different about that.
Yeah.
It
I
was
do like the
efficient.
battery stuff.
It was efficient.
I'm enjoying the battery stuff, and they're getting better and better at it.
Yeah.
I don't like a battery that's and you got to manage them properly or you ruin them.
Well,
Yeah.
that's just like kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
well,
pets.
you're going to ruin them.
Yeah, every
Manage
3
them
months you got to
properly.
You got to charge one of those lithium ions every 3 months, whether it needs it or not, or else you're going to damage it. It has to be within the right temperature, or else you ruin it. But if you do manage the battery that way, they'll last a long time, 10 years or more. And at the end of 10 years or 20 years, I think they lose 20% of their
Efficacy.
Efficiency?
efficacy.
If you could say efficacy.
Sounds better.
Watch your
Sounds
mouth.
more naughty.
It does sound naughty.
Sounds more naughty. I like the naughty version of efficacy.
I am
Effic-
playing with.
Efficacy.
What do you got there, Johnny?
These are some.
Who's that guy?
Johnny Rooster Originals. This is. Can you see that? This
Is
is
this-
Jay. This is Jay.
That
Here.
is not me.
Jay Cobb.
I do not have that much gray, white, or whatever in
Hey.
my beard.
Check it out. All right, so
What
we're
do
going
you
to go
got?
in front
Let's
of this
compare.
camera here.
Let's
Where you
compare.
Going? Where you going?
You ready?
Where you
Watch
going?
this. Here, do you want to see that? Do you want to see
me
that?
show that.
Put it over. Put it in front of that camera. Right there.
Right here.
That's Jay.
That's
Hey.
What?
Hey, what are you doing there, Matt?
Best.
Hey,
Hey guys.
good morning. Good morning.
That's it. Charcoal every time.
Chocolate.
Then there's Matt.
First things first.
Put it over.
Where's your
real-
crapper? I've got a turtle head
Look at that, you
poking
can
out.
Put it over your real face.
Put it on my real face.
You look the same. See
It's
here.
like there's no change.
So, I know. It's
He's
like,
expressionless.
what are you gonna do? Hey,
If you ask him a
everybody.
question, he'll answer.
Who's this guy? Oh, that's me.
That is the Matt cutout, illustrated by Johnny Rooster. If you would like to have your illusion or your image
Illusion.
illusioned, if you like too much gray in your beard, just call Johnny Rooster.
Where do we get a hold of you? How do we find you to get one of these made of
Well,
ourselves?
should we
There
go
we go.
to Rooster? I've got one that says Rooster. I'm not making this
There
up.
is no change.
Sorry, we're
Matt.
we're looking at
It's
Rooster-
exactly the same.
Rooster creates at Gmail. Okay.
Rooster creates at Gmail?
gmail.com.
Rooster creates at gmail.com.
That's me. You can find me.
Hey, everybody, like and share these videos. It really helps us out quite a bit.
And if you don't know how to spell rooster,
That's ROOSTER.
oh, it's not A.
Did you just recently
Not
like
Rooster.
create that email?
It was too recent. I don't even have it approved yet. I'm giving you
Hey,
stuff.
Steve
the
McAllister.
Gmail gods haven't granted permission for that Gmail yet.
They haven't.
They have to send me a postcard because I put it under a business, not an individual. And they have to verify my address. So they're sending me a postcard
Oh, so you just started this?
yesterday.
The
It's awesome.
But these things,
These things, I did them like 3 days ago.
3 days ago, are very nice.
They're awesome.
Actually, you
They're
did
very nice,
one.
very
You did
good.
one last week.
Do,
It was
so
They're
do I
cuddly.
get that? How much does that cost?
These
If I
things-
said yo Rooster,
They're 20.
if I give you a 20,
20.
do I
It's a
take it
20.
home?
You take
What
it home.
if-
Take yourself home for $20.
Does
If
it come
the
with a
20 is
popsicle
from
stick?
1989,
For an
if
extra $5, you can get a popsicle stick. You can get a paint stick for $25. Okay.
I want a spring. It's got a bobble.
Oh, a bobble, bobble.
It's got a bobble.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea.
yeah,
Can
but
you
it ain't got a
attach?
spring and it don't
Hey, I
bobble.
ought to market them with the bobblehead.
You should.
I should detach it from the body and let it sway a little bit.
Yeah.
That's good though. They're $20.
Steve McAllister wants one. I think he's already working on one for you,
Steve-O,
Steve.
we're gonna get you one, man.
These are
Gotta
awesome.
happen. Thank you. It's an enterprise.
Yeah, it is.
I
I hope that it's very successful because the likeness is truly amazing,
Our
and I am
sweet
enjoying
friend
it.
coming up at 9 o'clock is coming in. He'll be delightfully surprised with his own image.
Now, with my new minimalist goals,
Yes,
I won't
yeah.
be purchasing one.
You don't want to clutter up the
I
atmosphere.
don't, because
no.
it would end up. What would actually end up happening is it would get wadded up
Yes.
and then torn. And
You need to respect it. Put it on a,
Yeah.
a dartboard somewhere.
but it's brilliant.
it is.
I love it.
You need a
But,
dartboard.
Well done, Johnny.
Well, what you can do is you can actually using a
You want
jigsaw,
one of these too.
You
If you're
can
watching,
put
Yeah,
you
if
can
guys want to get,
put it on
get
there
your
and
own-
cut it out around it, and
Yeah.
then cut the head off,
You know what?
and then you could put the spring between the
head and the
you
body?
could make it a heavy bobblehead
Yeah,
where you're walking and it's like
because it's got the body. It's got the torso.
You guys could get more. I mean, there's always more you can get.
You can get more. So you could
Legs.
get your whole family
You
done.
can get the family.
You can get the legs.
You want to put that on the
What?
back of your van? You know that they have those stick figure families on the stickers. Stick one of these puppies on the back of your van.
Yeah.
Stare at traffic.
you can laminate them and stick them on the back.
Yeah.
You should make like a
And then you could have a thought bubble.
A little thing
Or
that says "Meet your
conversation bubble.
driver."
A conversation bubble.
meet your driver.
Don't follow
it's
me.
too funny.
You're following too closely.
Yeah.
A changing message.
Oh man, he's even got the wrinkles on the forehead down and the wrinkles in the
ideas.
eyes.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's a bit.
It's
real.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Joe Dawes. Okay.
That's so great, man. You gotta. I hope you sell a bunch of those.
mock. Yeah, we got a lot of people. We got to please.
Yeah,
Making the public happy. That's what
it's very
about.
good.
It's all about
I'm blown away, really.
No, you really
I'm-
do.
What is that word?
Floyd.
I'm obsessing about it. I'm trying to find a flaw.
Morning,
Like
Danny
who is
Patterson.
this guy? But I
Angela
can tell who it is.
Anziano.
Except for the beard
Anziano.
having too much, white.
Welcome to the party.
I've got a gray marker.
Yeah.
I'll tone it down.
You had to add hair too,
No, I
because
think-
otherwise it would be like this at the top.
There's going to be some unevenness.
It would-
It's really hard to cut that out.
Yeah,
See,
it
with me, I'm wearing a hat, so.
You're safe.
But first
But
coffee.
First coffee.
but first coffee.
I was going to make the hat black, but that's
Are
so
those
hard to read.
watercolors that you color
Yeah,
that
it's
with?
hard to.
It's actually kind of a watercolor style pen.
Morning, Mike
Very cool.
Cooper.
It's not a pen.
Evangelist Matthew, welcome to the party.
Evangelist Matthew.
Yep.
That looks good on a business card too. By the way,
The bobbleheads? I mean the
you know they
puppets?
could. I
You
put
know, they
this-
probably would look good on
already.
They would
I
look
already
good.
did one of these for a insurance agent. He put it on a. I put it on a YouTube, not a YouTube, but an Instagram post.
You get a
And
magnet.
It's like, I'll be answering your questions about insurance, and it shows his face. And it's like, just ask me anything about insurance. Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
You can also take a picture of it, upload it to a place that makes magnet signs.
Yes,
Yeah,
you could have
yeah.
your own magnet,
Yeah,
Yep.
you can have it just
like a cutout magnet.
just like buy a whole bunch of them. Just
Magnet
start,
this size. It's
just
like,
go around and start slapping them on all these random cars.
I wish we had enough people watch. I wish we could get enough people to buy those that it was actually going to work out.
Maybe we could mass market this where we could make it more affordable for the commoners.
Yeah,
You know,
for the
that would be
commoners,
so
he
great
says.
to have one of those.
It is.
Yeah, everybody needs a caricature puppet of themselves.
Yes,
It
and
gives
I'm
you-
unusual. I have, you know, how much stuff I've thrown away over the last year.
Okay, so where,
can't move
where
this
would
stuff.
where would you have an item like this where you wouldn't throw it away? What format would it need to be? Because I'm open to suggestions. This is just your
Make a wanted
Standard.
poster with it. Steve
well,
Schultz says.
you don't want it on your wall. A magnet is an idea. It's a little expensive, maybe not.
No,
Maybe
I don't
it's
think
not
so.
a bad idea. I'm trying to think. Maybe a magnet is.
I mean,
really
I'm on
good.
the
Maybe
income
that's a
class
suitable-
that makes that stuff. Not
Well, you
as
could buy sticky
priority,
magnet
but-
material, I'm sure. Put it on the back and then cut around it yourself.
Yeah, you can buy the magnet sheets, and it's about the right size. It's a sheet of paper.
Sheet of paper. What he said.
It's true. It's supposed to be the size.
But
of
you
a
should be
standard
doing
sheet.
all that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it's your idea. It's a great.
It's my marketing idea.
Application-wise, I don't know if I could nail it down to one. It's almost good for every application. It'd be fun to have in your office on a plaque. You know, behind you, like a.
He's right. He's true. I mean, hey.
I like it because I'm here for the ideas.
Because
guys.
it's also art.
it is art.
It's extremely artistic and such a great likeness, and it's kind of a characterized. It's got a little bit of a character and more of your.
Morning, Richard
You
Elliott.
may not know this, but I've illustrated a children's book, so I might
I didn't
bring
know
that in.
that.
I might bring that in.
What was it?
Are these characters in your
It's a
children's
book I wrote.
You can use me
I
as
think
a
it would be
character.
more interesting actually to do a Matt and Jay book, like a children's book, and put different.
I don't think I'm child friendly.
Well, that's the whole point. It would be a really mature version of a children's book, and it'd probably go really well in certain sectors of the public. It could be the morning drive.
You just have me saying division, multiplication.
I think
Subtraction.
Just keywords that
you'd
make
just
them
have
think
different
about
bubbles.
schooling.
You'd have different conversation bubbles back and forth, like you're doing a show, and that could market right there.
Yeah. Well, we could
Yeah.
also we could actually shoot this video and record it, and then
That'd be
play it on live too.
You started working on a script for these.
Well, I'm not started yet, but
Or
I'm,
you wanted
I'm,
to collaborate with
I'm
us.
collaborating with you because I want your input. I want you to be part
I
of
think
this.
it would be better if you just chose a way that if you just did it yourself. Because here's the thing.
Sure.
I mean, well, we can give you
Absolutely.
input
I could
if you're at a place where you need to add something or take something out.
Come up
that's
with
you
something
could talk to
Johnny
us.
Rooster style and show you and see what you think.
I would like to see myself made fun of with that.
I can't wait.
I think that would be hilarious. Like just
I like that you're willing to do that because that gives a whole new dimension to your character.
so I just start ranting about something completely off topic, and
Yes.
it's and
There's lots of small print
driving it
because
home.
there's lots of
and
words.
people are like, "What?"
Lots of big words.
Yeah.
And,
Where everybody's
Huh?
tilting their head the same
yeah.
way, watching.
It's
like, what is
me,
he talking
the
about?
three, like it's Steve-O.
Can we get back to the
Matt, Steve-O, and Rooster are like, huh?
yeah?
What?
What are we talking
and the
about? I
heads
thought
just
we-
keep turning and turning.
Yeah. And they
Until-
fall off.
Until they fall off. Until their heads fall off.
And they go
because
like this.
In a cartoon, they can.
With
Because
Z's,
they can.
with Z's, like Z's coming up like they fell asleep.
You see the energy behind these cartoons, these creations.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's-
everybody needs. Everybody
be
needs.
fun.
It could be revolutionary.
It could be.
Yeah.
I mean,
do that one more time.
could start. Well, they here do that.
Sorry. Got to impose on you.
Hey, everybody. Hey, how you doing? Matt here, next to Matt.
Matt and Matt.
Yeah, we got to watch it and
It's
get
like
it to the
two of
exact
you.
right
There's
size.
twins. Exact size.
Twin Matthew.
You could talk to yourself.
You could.
could.
One could talk to oneself.
And
That
it would
way you
be
don't
more
feel so
appropriate.
crazy
It
when
would
you do
not be
so.
as crazy, yeah.
I have images of me with me at home. It's
Do you really?
fun.
And when was the first time you ever made one of these and realized, this is something you could do? Is it something you
Few days
enjoyed
ago.
even as a young man?
I've
never
always
did?
liked drawing. My first drawings when I was 5 were of cowboys shooting each other and blood spilling out their heads.
Very cool.
It was
wow.
a really cool thing to do. My mom
We
was
could do that with those.
shooting-
Have the little splats and pows
Yes,
and
there's-
blams. Bang.
Oh, it was great.
With a flag.
1970 was a good year.
Yes.
I wouldn't know.
It was-
I was
I
10
was
years
one.
away from being
Launched
born.
my career.
I was one.
I didn't know you were that old.
One is the loneliest number.
That you ever do.
And like and share these videos if you really want to help us out. We're
Hey,
trying to build a
hey, you-
network
you-
that has live programming
I would
around
like
the
to-
clock.
I think we could do this for clients. That's my heart.
That would be really fun.
I'm
That-
serious.
I think so.
I mean, I'm serious about making this fun,
Yeah.
about making their life presentable in a fun way, and doing a little clip, like a little video of the client.
And you really pump them out. I mean, you did these in a very quick succession.
Yes, they're not.
So, deciding that you want to do one of a character that you know, and then just getting down onto the paper and doing it, and then having such a quality thing. What a great thing!
could you picture that
That's really
on a
quality.
billboard instead of the person's picture?
Absolutely,
People would be looking. Again,
Yeah, absolutely,
Aaron Sachs, that's my buddy. I know him, so
Yeah.
I'm going to say him.
absolutely.
Put him out there.
What a
Are
great
you going to
idea.
do that for Aaron?
Why not? Absolutely.
I mean, if he'll have you do it, I
mean,
love it.
I would go to a
If he
lawyer that has a cartoon caricature of his face on his advertising.
I think it's great. It, gives
adds a
little
dimension to
it's
the
a
ad,
different spin.
too.
It's not so static.
It can
Yeah.
bring people in who aren't really interested in what the ad is offering,
Right.
but interested in the great, the what's behind. How did you come up with this, right? And then you're in, right? Because now he's a lawyer saying, well, I got this law.
Well, I'm going to go down and see Mark downstairs, so I'm going to find out what his take is on it.
Yeah,
I got to show him him. you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, do you
really
want to
cool.
He looks like he's
Dr. Paul?
Dr.
So we can
Paul.
have some
Yeah.
serious conversations. We can make Dr. Paul say things
Yeah,
Dr.
that
Paul
is a
wouldn't
loud
usually say.
laugh.
That is.
That is groovy, brother. You know?
Is
Right.
Dr. Paul of that person? Is he a personality that would be okay with that?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
The happy hour.
He'd be okay with the concept. But then it actually comes out. He might want to play himself.
Yeah.
He might want to be
as himself.
He's not going
It's
to
in the
leave
credit-
that in the
it's
hands of somebody else.
We'll put it in a credit roll as himself.
Yeah. I don't think he wants to have a likeness of his own self being.
Well, there's certain personalities
Portrayed
that
by
aren't
somebody
really
else.
ready for that, but
Yeah.
I think generally most people would really be intrigued after they get over the initial shock.
Yeah, because that's Dr. Paul we're talking about.
Yeah, you got to be willing to have fun too.
And his hair is white, so there's a lot of
Extremely-
coloring you
it
wouldn't
saves
have
a
to do.
lot on the markers when
Yeah, it does.
you don't have to color it in.
Yeah.
I will get some gray for your beard, not some. And
No,
maybe
you're
some-
good.
Maybe
No,
a head
it's
of
good.
brown. Maybe.
I'm just teasing you
a head-
about
a
it
head of
because I
gray.
think maybe it's more grade.
Hi, Misty
than that.
Prince.
But it was fun to tease you about it.
Oh, I have. I have so
I
much in
wouldn't
mind.
honestly. I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't. I tease about it
Don't
just
wanna
because
close
you
my
know.
eyes.
I'm trying to add a dimension to the whole thing.
No, don't get that song started.
Don't want to.
Because I miss you, baby.
And I don't want to change a thing.
And I don't want to miss a thing.
Yeah, there it is.
Hi.
This
how
microphone
you doing?
resembles a.
Yeah, Johnny.
Clown's
It was
nose.
just banter. Please don't change it.
Yeah.
Don't change a thing.
I think it's perfect.
I like the glasses. It brings the educated character, and then the biker vest.
I'm not even educated.
It's just I know, but that looks you come across scholarly.
We're good.
It doesn't matter. Your formal education has nothing.
True.
To do with
Steve
Ninth
Schultz
grade.
says you need to make one of Jim Whining smiling.
it. Another loud Friday laugh.
And it'll just be like a frown, like almost
you know
a frown,
the
like
Jim
straight
Whining,
across his-
the Jim Whining portrait. Very, very serious.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. He's always very serious.
It's
You
like
know,
if
you
he
do
sh-
need to make one of Jim. I
If he
got to see
shaved
that.
his mustache, he still wouldn't have a smile under there.
We force him.
Yeah, we
Come
make
on,
it.
Jim, you're a
some
good
sense
guy.
of humor out of him.
Yeah.
Because we'll be relentless. We will banter. We'll be like trying to be humorous with Jim, and we won't give
He
it
won't
up.
bite, huh?
If he wants to move on in the conversation, he's going to have to somehow engage in our silly
joke, yeah.
banter.
Yeah, we're good about that.
Yeah.
Get him cornered like a
So
king,
yeah,
like
so
a
he'll-
king in a chess match.
Yeah, so he'll do it like
Check.
just to get
Check.
us appeased, so he can move on with the
Yeah, right,
conversation.
right. Check, please.
You play chess?
Oh, I love chess.
Oh man, let's play chess sometime. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the air.
I
On the
love
air.
it, but I'm
It's
not.
so
very
That'd be
good.
real exciting for people
Watching
to watch.
golf and chess, like
I love chess, but I'm not good at it, and I have no classical training, so I don't know like these moves. They've
a
got
classically
moves.
trained chess player. Is
Well,
like,
isn't that
Oh.
right?
Well,
But
yeah,
they
there
have
are-
particular moves, and they have like a. I've heard somebody
Like
say
approaches.
dominate the center of the board.
strategies for like that?
Yeah,
But then
different.
there's
They
a
have names for the strategies.
being defending against that
Absolutely.
too. so
My
that you
strategy.
can win
My
with.
strategy is to win the game.
Yeah.
Right, and I don't.
It looks
Yeah,
really
mine is
ugly.
too.
There's a lot of ugliness in the middle. Of
I
it.
usually
Yeah.
don't think more than like two moves ahead.
Yeah, it's like I'm hurting the opponent by doing this, but they're going to fire back, so I got to be careful. You know, that's
Yeah.
that's about as sophisticated as I get.
Yeah,
And, pawns are people too.
Yes, in fact, if you treat
They're
them right,
important
they'll
people.
get to the end zone.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
can get a queen. from a
Yeah.
pawn.
And you can have more than one queen with the pawn.
they can rise up.
They can rise up to royalty.
I always like how your topics up on the wall says charcoal versus gas, and we're talking about chess or
Yeah.
cartoons. It's like charcoal versus gas.
We talked about
Right.
it at the beginning.
Well,
Yeah,
it
we
was
did.
there. It's there.
I mean, it's out there.
We're
Charcoal,
not obligated.
obviously.
We're not obligated to charcoal versus
Even
gas for
electric
the
is
whole
okay
hour.
if you don't want to mess up your kitchen.
We have
Just
ADD.
know that you'll have to do it right next to your house.
You don't have to play
Which could
an
be
hour's
dangerous.
worth of charcoal versus gas if you
No,
don't want to.
no,
No.
that
But
would
if
be
you want
boring.
to-
That would get, you can only
Right.
say so much
And
about
who could-
charcoal.
Right, and then with these puppets here, of course you can't stay on charcoal versus gas because this is brilliant.
I'm laughing because these guys don't laugh, and I laugh for them.
Oh, they don't. Who? Oh, right,
They're serious.
Right.
Well, yours is smiling. You're
Well,
smiling.
mine's smiling.
We're both
yeah,
smiling.
That's why I looked.
This
I
is your
saw
smile.
you
by the
did
way.
me with a
No,
smile.
that's
and
my-
I
that's
thought,
my
this is-
resting
This is-
face.
This is taken from totally taken from a Facebook picture that I have of you.
Yeah, and my resting face looks like a smile. A smile is a smile. Like, I mean, I smile a lot.
You don't have to use all the teeth.
It's in your eyes too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Clearly.
You
Yeah,
can see that clearly.
Yeah.
You're happy.
Yeah.
fact,
Or
I-
I'm high, which is a.
This was drawn after that Barney shirt you wore on Monday.
Yes,
So
yeah.
this was a Tuesday illustration.
It's a surprise when you got me with a smile because it shows how positive you are.
Yours was on Wednesday. I drew
Because
this.
it's very rare for you to get me with a smile like that.
I had to look you up on Facebook to find how your smile looked, honestly.
Did you really?
And you
Yeah.
have a really interesting couple of pictures of you with
You're missing
smiling.
a couple of wrinkles there, but
Was I out in the wilderness?
No, you were doing a selfie with people behind you, and you were smiling for that.
That's what I was out. I was out on one of my rides across the state, or probably Arkansas, I think.
Well, when you're in Arkansas, you got to smile.
Yeah.
He smiles a lot
yeah,
more than you
love
realize,
Arkansas.
though. Best attorney is a retired one. That's what Larry Melton says.
The best attorney. You know, there was a story about an attorney that was never available for his client, and the client kept calling and calling and calling, and the answer would say, "Tell his secretary, I'm in a meeting. I'm in a meeting. Tell him I'm in a meeting. I don't want to hear from that person." Finally, he goes, "They keep calling back. Tell him I'm dead." So they call and, "I'm sorry, he's dead." Okay, they call right back. "I told you he was dead." "I know, but I like hearing it."
Oh, right.
The client just likes hearing that he's dead. It sounds
Yeah.
great. Let me tell me again. Is he still dead?
Because he never answered his phone.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're talking to a lawyer, it's pretty important stuff on the
Yeah.
table.
Yeah.
Tell me he's dead. Okay, tell me again. I like that.
Yeah. That's horrible.
Lawyers told that joke.
Did he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can do that.
Yeah, that's
Lawyers telling lawyer jokes is the best.
Right.
I am.
it's funny. Those things look up
They
close.
are
They
alive.
look funny.
They're alive. I mean, when you put motion to it, it's
Very good.
magic.
It's so fun.
Oh, quick announcement, if I may.
Okay.
It's Friday. I just got assigned a role as a backup character in a Branson play,
Really?
Branson Theater. So,
What
So you're an
it's-
understudy.
It's an understudy for a Christmas show at the Branson Murder Mystery.
Really?
Yeah.
Branson murder.
Is the
mystery.
character one like you?
It is a funny character that I'm playing, and I'm also playing
So it's not a
another
stretch?
character. They're both funny, but I've got two characters that I'm going to fill in for on two different occasions. So if you guys, I'll let you know when and where, but it's going to be two different shows for one character and two different shows for another character, and then on alternating on weekends, I'm going to be running sound. This
How
is during
good is that?
November and December. So, yeah, something
Very
different.
interesting. Very cool.
Just found that out Monday.
You know
or
what's interesting
Tuesday.
is though you have this sense of humor that's always with you. It's like what you lead with.
It's there, yes.
in a way.
It's my lead.
But you also have this sarcastic way of
You
being
must say
humorous,
sarcophagus.
but also
You have a sarcophagus way.
bringing focus to something serious that you want to bring focus to.
That's how I use the hook
Yeah.
for the serious topic.
Is this a plan about your character, or is this just kind of the way you feel comfortable relating?
I think I'm more comfortable relating that way. I have a
Break the ice, kind of.
real. I'm very alert to other people and how they respond to things, and I want them to feel included.
Right. Did you ever take psychology or psychiatry or psychology? Or,
Yeah, are you
or
a
what's that-
psycho?
Or what's that other thing? The
Sociology.
Sociology.
Yes, I did.
You
I
did
took-
both?
Yes.
For how long?
Well, I didn't study it. I just had it required for general coursework.
Oh, okay.
But the general overview of psychology and sociology is that people want to relate to each other. In fact, if you drive by an accident,
Especially brothers and sisters.
for a weird reason, if you drive by a vehicle accident and you're riding in a car with others, you won't just remain quiet about that. You have to comment. Look at that. Even though of course, we're looking at that. But we have to say it. Did you see that? Well, of course I did. But we have to say things like that. And if somebody has an experience that they feel like a heavy experience, the person has to say, yeah, I also lost somebody close to me. They have to relate to it. Or if they're just mute to it, they're not relatable.
Right.
So that's human psychology is you have to be relatable. It's like, my grandmother passed away last night. I'm so sorry.
you have to moderate
And
that,
then you
though,
have to
too.
kind of, you're going to have to say something there. You can't just say, oh, well, how was well, the weather sure is cloudy today. You can't just reply like that.
Maybe I'm wrong, but so I'm 51 years old. I work with people who are 20.
I thought you
I'm
were
more
52.
than twice their. I'm more than twice their age. I can relate to almost everything they say, but I do think there's a point where when you like it takes work, but I have to stop myself and say, you know what? They don't need to hear my story about this. They're trying to tell theirs.
You're right.
And they don't want because it starts to feel like a one-upmanship. If I tell him about this, he's just going to tell me about his.
Yeah.
And it starts to feel like a one-upmanship. So I've been trying to refrain from interjecting my own way of relating to somebody's experience because really I want them to be able to talk to me and tell me theirs.
Yes, in fact, even with sharing something that I'm going to share here is not about me anymore because I've written about it, but I want to shift away and say there's
about
another
you?
source that told me men want to feel competent. In particular, I was talking about men and how they relate for friends. They want to feel competent in an arena. If they don't, like with me, I don't feel competent knowing what you know about certain things, about anything. So I remain quiet and I'll make fun of it because I don't have a good answer. I can't spar with you on that level. So I'll just jump back and use
But that's
my
one of your
humor.
insecurities because it's
Yeah.
not true.
Yeah.
You actually are. I try to engage with you more and more and more because I enjoy how you actually do have a lot to add value to the conversation.
Yes.
You always add value to the conversation no matter what the topic is.
I try to bring it a shine instead of just more of the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
If there's something going on at the same level, I'll try to vary that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just trying
I think
to
that's
see.
good, though. I think that what you're saying is we're not allowed to feel incompetent in our society, so we have to make something like most men would say something a little more grand, a little more one-up if they feel insecure. But in other settings, if you're not insecure, you can allow somebody to be the expert.
It is important, and yeah, like I
And that's
noticed
just
with
good.
these 20-year-old people, I realize a lot of times they're really just trying to work it out themselves.
Yeah.
Just even figure out what happened, not
right.
what to do about it,
Yeah.
but just what happened. They're not even sure what happened.
Morning, Susan Burrows.
So they try to tell me their experience, and that's what I oftentimes was doing. What I always would try to relate, say, to basically offer an olive branch and say,
Sure.
I've been there.
Yeah.
I understand what you're
Yeah.
going through. But a lot of times people aren't looking for somebody who understands what they're going through.
That's
they're
good.
just wanting to talk it out and feel like somebody's listening and work out what just happened because they're not really sure, especially young people.
That's true. I've heard that every 10 years, a person goes through a different way of looking at something. So in my 40s, I would try to be the repair.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what you do. Fix it. In
Yeah.
my 50s, I'm more of a, like you're talking about. I think after you've hit 50, you're like, you know what? They don't want to hear this.
They want to work it out.
They want to work it out. They just need a listening ear.
Yep.
I would think people in their 20s feel closer to people in their 50s than
Yeah.
they do of people in their 40s and 30s because there's a little bit too much edge to the experience that says, hey, dummy, I just got through that. You should know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, and which isn't really necessary.
I don't know. It's just that's my learning curve anyway.
Yeah, I think I agree because that's where I'm going through right now. I'm just starting to
Because
grow a little bit
Matt
out
just
of
entered
trying to-
40s. You just entered 50s.
I think
recently.
in 40s you want to intercede,
Yes.
right? You want to step in the father and say, all right, I'll take care of this. You just listen to me and it'll all turn out okay. And you're not right about that because everybody's so different that
What?
you can't really offer. You can offer some, but when you get older, you do try to. I've been trying to, just like you said, step back, listen, let people express what they've been through, and try to work out and then really it can come to a very short, maybe some advice. You can offer some
Yeah, you
advice
can.
if they ask.
If
And
they ask. I had one man ask me something, and it was so rare that I actually was like, yeah, because most people didn't ask. He said, he says point blank, do you think I should get a new car or just repair my old one? I was like, you really want to know? Wow. Because most people just go ahead and do what they feel good about, like get the new car. I'm like,
Yeah.
here's some reasons why you could repair that one and save yourself some grief on the finances.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
neat. Though, yeah, they usually don't ask.
Yeah,
you
because
can't-
all that
you
is
can't just
that's an
jump in.
economic system that's designed to stay under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So the car, the loan is usually going to extend out past the usefulness
Yeah.
of the car. The repairs that are major are going to overlap with the loan. So before you're out completely from under the loan, you're going to need some, real repairs done.
And you're no longer on the screen, so
Am I
Sorry.
not?
Matt's totally.
While you were talking, I was.
You are on the screen again.
Oh, you was taking on my character.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was
He
letting
he was doing the movements while you were talking.
like
Was
in
he?
towards the microphone.
You were providing the
Oh, yeah,
audio. It was a wonderful provision of audio.
You got to move it like I move because when I sometimes I do real dramatic movements.
It's perfect.
That's why we're going to use these.
Oh man,
But
that's
if
awesome.
you ever have a sick day, you got your guy to stand in for you.
It should have been a sick day today, but
That was awesome. I was just playing. I was just playing with you,
Sorry
Jay.
to hear that.
nice. Well done. I'll have to watch
You,
it
you have to
more
go back
closely.
and watch it because it's like it's moving right as you're talking, like moving into the microphone when you go to talk.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I mean, if you did a show like that,
With the mannerisms and everything.
it would be great.
That would be
Well, it's
fun.
hard to do very many mannerisms with a two-dimensional.
It's like it'd be fun
caricature.
to
Well,
do-
that's what makes it fun because it's not very responsive. It's just enough.
It's just like you're like. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. That's what I
Yeah.
was basically doing.
Yeah.
And when you
then
took a breath,
then
I
you
was
should
like,
have dropped it. You should have done the drop, and if we have to have a string of Z's or like a caption that you can
Hey, you just
have
pull
that
up
very-
have
If you
generic
have,
responses. You
guys-
could drop it, and it's like
is there a basic video editing software out there available?
oh yeah, yeah.
Do we have it?
Oh, yeah.
I used to use one.
We did have it,
Sony
but our
product.
subscription came
Expired.
due, and you know it would
to rent
to
the
the software
maintain it.
became outdated.
Yeah, but no, even the software, you can't use the software. You have to subscribe monthly to that particular
So it
editing
stays
software.
up to date.
So it stays
I-
up to date. And all
I
that.
had some, but it was with a previous computer, so I'm thinking I'd like to get something and then doctor it a little bit.
You could probably get something that is better suited for non-professional.
Yes, it's just going
Type.
to be a consumer type.
Yeah, there's got to be some free
Just
ones
to
out
do it
there.
on your phone kind of
Yeah,
thing.
you can do it on your phone. Oh, there's plenty you can do on your phone.
So that's why I'm going to pursue that with some of this, and then you guys can, well, maybe that'll be a fun way to
Voice it.
introduce.
That's yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Hmm.
It's gonna be a blast. So, anyways,
You can support us, make donations. We would like to do
Maybe
a
these
lot
guys
more.
could be used for raising awareness, support, something. See, one thing I'm going to do this today is on a Rooster program. After this is going to be talking to Joe Dawes, Breast Cancer Foundation. There's ways for us for what I do with solar. Listen to this guy. You all right? You need a water?
I inhaled saliva. I'm good.
Okay. And just help him
Now
get
get
some
ready to
more
sneeze.
support with some products that I have. Like Breast Cancer Awareness Month is this month. Pink is the color, so we have pink solar lighted crosses.
the pink bow.
We have pink crosses though too. So I thought about donating some things that way, letting people know how they can help. So
Well, that's good.
there's just different ways. Maybe these little puppets are one segue into some other campaign. A lot of different possibilities.
Yeah.
Money does grow on trees. It says.
Well, if I draw the tree with my
Clay. Oh yeah.
What were we
Janine
on?
says claymation.
claymation, I remember that.
Yeah, I heard the rumor that the president, at least I didn't hear about the first lady, but I heard the president tested positive for COVID
I didn't hear that.
just this morning.
Wow.
Now,
I'm
did
do-
he? The
I'm
problem
doing
is
just
those
the facts coming up when?
those Monday at 7.
Yeah.
7 to 7 or 7:30 to 8. 7:30 to 8. It's going to
What
be
is-
Trump versus Biden. Just the facts. It's going to be a
7:30 a.m.
non-bias. As non-biased as can
a.m.
be possible.
Yep.
Which Jay is good about non-biased, just posting just the facts.
My problem is that I know that I have bias, so I try to go into the opposition and be supportive, right?
So then you're supporting the opposition.
The thing I disagree with, and I tend to, and then I get overwhelmed with that and start to realize, I start to say, well, because I want to be supportive. These are real people who believe in this opposition perspective, and they need to be represented, and we need to be able to represent them.
Devil's advocate, so to speak.
Yes, to play devil's advocate, except I didn't like that term because it calls them devils, and it's not really what they are.
Well, no, the devil's advocate was actually a position in the Catholic Church. Did you know that? When they were getting ready to
but so named for a reason.
promote somebody to sainthood. This is back long time. I don't think they do this anymore, but there was a person who they played the devil's advocate, not to try and not to
Discredit.
represent the devil, but to make sure that they're, basically it's like whenever
Being
you go to
objective
court,
instead of
when you go to court and you have somebody that's against you, the prosecutor.
yeah.
Just to make sure, and even whether they believe you're guilty or not, they have
Defense
to
and
try and
prosecution.
yeah.
So then I start to develop this.
Hey,
I-
Amber Shreve.
I want to look what's positive. They wouldn't be there if
Johnny
they had
Allen.
not been competent in some way to their voters. So I know that they have a credibility there. They wouldn't be where they are if they didn't have some credibility with their voters, right?
Yeah.
So when I start to look at things that way, I start to look into what, if I was a voter, would bring me to vote for them. And so when you look at it that way and you research that way, well, you find the answers. You find out why. Why are people voting for them? Well, there are reasons. And there are reasons why you would vote for them. They may not, in their entirety, add up to a vote for you because you may disagree with their principles. But you can see the qualities that they have. You know, one is committing your life to working for the public and on their behalf and doing an effective enough job and working hard enough that you can continue to maintain their votes. That's an incredible amount of work, and on someone else's behalf, which is admirable to me. So I approached it that way and found some interesting things and concepts that are facts that that I can present and not be biased.
Okay, so it's time for us to
fun.
start winding the show down. We got
Yeah.
45
Is it
seconds.
really?
Yeah.
Whoa, I missed some important.
Didn't we all?
Oh, good. Thank you.
What?
Wow.
Getting a lot of comments.
No, looking at my, well,
He's looking at his stock market.
yeah.
Right.
Soaring.
Huh?
Is it soaring?
Soaring.
It's doing okay.
There's an ointment for
It's
that.
not going down.
So I'd like to thank everybody for joining us on the Morning Drive today. We'll be back on Monday. Same time, same channel. We'll be sure and tune in next from 9 to 9:30. The Morning Mouth with Johnny Rooster and Pastor Matt. It's going to be fun. And then followed by Dr. Paul Collins and his wife Nancy with The Happy Hour. So until then, my friends, God bless you and keep you. We love you. My name is Matt,
My name is Jay.
Johnny Rooster.
and this has been The
Morning
Morning Drive.
That's Johnny Rooster at G.